The year is 1745, a time of great upheaval and unrest in the Scottish Highlands. Across the rugged and majestic Scottish Highlands, whispers of rebellion turn to rallying cries as Charles Edward Stuart, known to history as Bonnie Prince Charlie, raises the standard for the Jacobite cause. His call to arms echoes through the glens and valleys, summoning the Highland clans to his side. The Jacobites, staunch and fervent supporters of the exiled Stuart dynasty, sought to depose the Hanoverian King George II and reinstate the Stuarts to the British throne. Their determination was fueled by a deep sense of loyalty and a desire to restore what they believed was the rightful order. Their claim to the throne rested on James II, who had been deposed in 1688 due to his Catholic faith and his descendants' perceived rightful inheritance. The memory of James II lingered, a symbol of a lost era and a cause worth fighting for. The Act of Settlement in 1701 had barred Catholics from ascending to the throne, thereby solidifying Hanoverian rule and further entrenching the division within the kingdom. This legal decree was a source of deep resentment and a rallying point for the Jacobite cause. This act fueled a burning resentment amongst those loyal to the Stuarts, particularly in Scotland, where support for the exiled royal house ran deep and unwavering. The Scottish people, with their rich history and fierce independence, were ready to rise in defiance. Bonnie Prince Charlie, a charismatic and inspiring figure embodying the romanticized ideals of the Stuart lineage, became a figurehead for this widespread discontent. He rallied the Highland clans to his cause, promising them a return to glory and autonomy, driven by a yearning for the return of a rightful king and fueled by promises of restored autonomy and repealed taxes. The Jacobites posed a significant and formidable threat to the established order. Their preparations for battle were meticulous, their resolve unshakable. Their rebellion, however, would be tragically short-lived, culminating in the devastating confrontation on the moor at Culloden. The battle was fierce and brutal, leaving a lasting scar on the landscape and the hearts of those who fought. This battle, etched indelibly into the annals of Scottish history, marked the final stand of the Jacobite cause and a turning point in the fate of Scotland itself. The echoes of Culloden would reverberate through the centuries, a sombre reminder of a lost cause. The stage was set for a monumental clash of ideologies and loyalties, a struggle that would determine not just the future of a dynasty, but the very fabric of a nation. The conflict was more than a battle for the throne, it was a battle for the soul of Scotland. The road to Culloden awaited, paved with the aspirations of a prince and the hopes of a people yearning for a return to a bygone era. It was a journey fraught with peril and promise, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who dared to dream of a different future. The Jacobite rising began in the summer of 1745 when Bonnie Prince Charlie landed on the Isle of Eriskay with only a handful of men. His arrival marked the beginning of a bold and ambitious campaign to reclaim the British throne for the House of Stuart. Despite the meagre beginnings, his arrival ignited a firestorm of support across the Highlands. The call to arms resonated deeply with the Highland clans, who saw an opportunity to restore their honor and way of life. Clan chiefs, bound by loyalty and fueled by the promise of restored Stuart rule, pledged their allegiance to the young pretender. Their commitment was unwavering, driven by a shared vision of a Scotland free from Hanoverian rule. The Jacobite army, comprised largely of Highlanders wielding traditional weaponry, swelled in numbers. Men from all walks of life joined the cause, united by a common goal and a fierce determination to succeed. They marched south, capturing Edinburgh and winning a significant victory at Prestonpans, sending shockwaves through the Hanoverian establishment. The triumph at Prestonpans was a testament to their courage and tactical prowess. The momentum, however, was not to last. As the Jacobite forces pushed further into enemy territory, the challenges they faced grew increasingly daunting. The Jacobites' advance faltered as they penetrated deeper into England. The initial enthusiasm began to wane, and the harsh realities of prolonged conflict set in. Support dwindled, and the promised French assistance failed to materialize. The lack of external aid left the Jacobites vulnerable and isolated. Forced to retreat northwards, pursued by the Duke of Cumberland's forces, the Jacobites found themselves on the back foot. The relentless pursuit by the Hanoverian army added to their mounting difficulties. The once hopeful rebellion was now a desperate fight for survival. The Jacobite soldiers, once filled with hope and determination, now faced the grim reality of their situation. Exhausted, demoralized, and facing a superior enemy force, the Jacobites made their final stand on the bleak moor of Culloden, near Inverness. The harsh conditions and overwhelming odds weighed heavily on their spirits. The die was cast, and on April 16, 1746, the fate of the Jacobite cause would be decided on the blood-soaked ground of Culloden Moor. The battle that ensued would be remembered as a tragic and defining moment in Scottish history.